All right, here we are. Thanks for joining us tonight on the program. I'm Brian Schnee. Tuesday, July 8th. It's hot outside. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Tonight, we also have a couple special guests, plural, joining us in studio from the Department of Public Safety. And it's really cool because this surrounds a very popular video series that has just taken off called Ride with the Hive. I'm addicted to it. It's a good thing because you should watch it. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. We need to get to meteorologist Sean Kelly. Going to slide in here and talk to us about triple digits, no more, I guess. We're upper 90s. But I didn't have the fortune of really going outside a lot today, but I guess if you did, you probably felt this statewide.
Sweltering. Yeah, hot statewide. And we've got one more day to get through before we're going to see a nice cool down. So that'll be worth it. But yeah, we did reach 100 degrees for the second time of the season. 97 right now. It is still hot out there, still dealing with temperatures up and down the Wasatch Front into 90s for those that are at the B game here and heading home from the game. We'll go from the 90s down into the 80s as some comfortable, cooler temperatures start to roll in as we get closer towards sunset this evening. We've seen a little bit of rain so far this month, especially last week for the 4th of July. We've got a little bit of rain that'll be possible tomorrow. It's a 20% shot, so don't hold your breath on it, but it is something we're watching out for. A better chance will be up into the mountains across the higher terrain. But now, including today, 2 days of triple-digit heat. Normal for the entire season is when we typically see 8 days of 100-degree weather. So hopefully we don't get anywhere near the record, but we've got one more day to add to it, at least in the next 7 days. And we're going to be going from 101 down to 89 as we get into Thursday. So some cooler weather heading our way by the end of the week. We'll talk about how long that lasts and, of course, that weekend forecast that's coming up in my first alert weather forecast.
Thank you, Sean. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Tonight, we are joined by a very special guest with another special guest in just a moment. Sergeant Jeremy McKenzie, Department of Public Safety with the State Bureau of Investigations, Fentanyl Task Force. It's something very serious. We'll talk about that, and then we'll lighten it up a little bit. As mentioned, we have that special second guest here, star of episode 26 with Ride with the Hive, a YouTube series put out by Department of Public Safety in just a few minutes here. First, you're part of the Fentanyl Task Force. That has been a very popular F word in Utah.
Yes.
And it's one of those things that is very prevalent in our communities, knows no borders. But what has your involvement been like as part of the Fentanyl Task Force? What do you do?
So, as law enforcement, we deal with criminal entities, right? So everybody that we have contact with down there, we contact them for a reason, and we interact with those people, but we are constantly fighting that fentanyl epidemic, which it's become. And we are interacting with not only dealers, users, all different. Every day we go down and try to make a difference and interact with those people and try to offer them resources other than what they've been doing down there, right? Showing them that there is another way for them to get out of there. So that's what we do down there.
Does it feel like an uphill climb a little bit?
Yes, it does. But, you know, it only takes one to make it worth it, right? And I truly love what we do down there, and the knowledge and resources that we try to bring to people. It's great.
It only takes one. We'll show you that in just a moment. You were a part of the Ride with the Hive series, which I've really taken a liking to because I'm interested in what you guys do all across the spectrum with the Department of Public Safety. It wasn't just me who really like for you to have the camera in the face, showing what you were doing. I mean, really kind of in an uncensored approach to how you do your job and work with people that are going through crisis.
Well, right out of the gate, of course, I was, oh my goodness, we're going to put cameras in front of me and the rest of my team. But at the end of the day, I was very happy about it because I want to bring the knowledge to the public of what we're trying to accomplish down there and how we're trying to accomplish it. I believe you and I spoke a little bit earlier about, you know, law enforcement. We aren't social workers. We in fact deal in criminal acts, but I wanted to show that we can do both. We can still hold people accountable for their actions while still trying to show compassion for them as a human being and get them resources if they're willing to accept those. So it's a very valuable job for me.
Mac, you and I spoke before this. I know you haven't watched the full episodes in their entirety, I have a clip we would like to show you.
Okay. I think you're stronger than you give yourself credit for. I do.
Thank you. Actually, need to talk because I'm kind of like I'm not very because I've been an addict for a minute now, and I just haven't been able to. It just feels like something that's so insurmountable at times, and just
The next time I see you or hear from you, I hope that you have a huge success story to tell me on all the hard work you did to get clean. That's what I see in my mind the next time we interact. Okay? Deal?
Deal.
Deal.
You struck a deal with that woman saying, I hope the next time we get to interact,
Yes.
you're clean. She asked you for a ride to a treatment center after having previous interaction with you, and you gave her some really powerful, simple words of encouragement. How did it feel to sit in the driver's seat while taking her to a treatment center after the interaction?
You know, that was obviously not the first time that her and I have interacted. This has been a year-long process for some people, right? And for her to want to come to law enforcement and actually seek me out because of our good, positive interactions, even though we held her accountable, she still came to me and took that first step. I'm going to tell you, I treat everyone down there. We do work in a tough environment, and some things are very serious, but at the end of the day, everybody down there is a daughter or a son or a husband and or a wife, brother, sister. They are all human beings, and they all deserve that respect of, yes, you may have done and made some choices. You've answered for those things. You are now asking me for help, and 100% we will facilitate that for you.
So that video has over 70,000 views, has hundreds of comments on it. Many of them are positive comments about you and the task force. Comments, and we normally say don't read the comments, but in this case, read the comments if you dare, because they're very positive. Do you realize how much of an impact you and your team are making?
You know, I always try to keep our eye on the prize. And like I said, if we can get one, it's all worth it. If you help one person, the whole thing was all worth it. But we do. We try to keep our eye on that prize and help every individual that is willing to accept services. And this is great. It just so happened that we were doing Ride with the Hive that day, and it is a meaningful thing to me because we all put our blood, sweat, and tears into going out there and helping people, and to get a reward back on that is priceless. So it was a great day for us.
The end of that video, we meet somebody new. Who's our next guest? I want to bring our next guest in here because maybe not what you'd expect here on the show, but this is wonderful. This is someone now near and dear to you. Sides here, so you can bring her.
Perfect. Come on, baby.
She's being shy now.
She is being shy now.
I'll move over here a little bit so everyone can see and meet River.
This is River.
How did you meet River?
So in May, girl, I know, it's all new. In May, we were out working on the Jordan River Trail, and we came across a homeless camp. And while interacting with them, and I looked down, and there was a black dog, her ribs sticking out, her hip bone. Did not look like this, no. And at first I thought that she was dead. I nudged her, she still didn't move. When we were done, I ended up scooping her up, and I ended up taking her to my vet, and we went, and I ended up becoming a foster for her. When we were on scene, nobody there claimed her. They had no idea who owned her. So I ended up doing a foster program with her, and at the end of that time, I adopted her and my wife and I into the McKenzie family. And she is doing amazing. During that video, and I want to thank everyone out there who watched Ride with the Hive and participated in this, because I was very hopeful. I said, if we get 5,000 likes to this video, I will make a day when I can bring River out and introduce her to everyone. And because she is special and she means that much to me, and this is just another win for us.
Here's some of that video of you nudging River, not named River at the time.
Not named River at the time,
and then moments after, you can see just how frail and probably clearly scared about the life she lived at that moment. And this was just a few months ago.
Yes.
Not even 2 months ago. Now she's running the backyard with your
she's
other dog, and very much so part of the family.
Yes.
This is what I meant. At 6 o'clock, I told folks that this is more than a job to you.
100% more.
And this is an example of saving not just the people who are in crisis,
right,
but what a lot of people see in some of these tougher areas where people are living on the streets or in an encampment. A lot of the times they see a dog too.
A lot of times they do see a dog as well. Again, it was just a day for me, so to sit and talk about it that way, it's very meaningful to me now because it's made a huge difference in my life, in our home life, everything. She brings so much joy to us, but I'm very thankful for that day.
Thank you for coming in. I'm glad River could make it, enjoy a snooze on the cool floor here in the studio, and clearly acclimating.
She
clearly
is
likes you a little bit.
Definitely acclimating. She is my buddy. You know, before we take off, I do want to say one thing. You know, if you did watch those videos and you did enjoy those, and it made a difference to you, I want you to go out and log on to our website. You know, we are looking for new great men and women to join the DPS family all the time, and if fill that out if you want to come make a difference within your community, within the state of Utah, and you believe in keeping Utah safe the way the Department of Public Safety does. Please get onto that website, fill out an application, and I look forward to seeing you out there, part of the family. So thank you.
You've been doing this a little bit. Clearly a rewarding experience for you.
Very
and your
rewarding.
family.
So thank you again.
Thank you for coming in. Go check out Ride with the Hive. The latest episodes are out there right now on the Department of Public Safety's YouTube channels, and I think you'll see a River update.
You will see a River update
in the near future. We gave you a little brief tease here. Thanks again.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Still ahead here tonight, firefighters from Mexico. They're joining the search and rescue and recovery crews that are in Texas. How they plan to help with the worst natural destruction they have ever seen. Welcome back. At least 109 people are dead from that catastrophic flooding in central Texas. And now we're seeing more tonight in New Mexico. The last live rescue in Kerr County was made on Friday, and search and rescue teams are looking for any signs of hope as they work their way along the Guadalupe River. At least 161 people are still missing. That includes 5 campers, 1 counselor from Camp Mystic. Brian Kryson from Kristenberry's search and rescue team has assisted in the recovery of 17 bodies. He keeps the families in mind while digging through mountains of debris along the Guadalupe River.
You know, I've had a lot of people come up to me that have lost their children and their loved ones and thanked me, and it's hard to even hear that because you know, they have closure, but we haven't pulled anybody out alive yet, and that's tough.
Donations have poured in from around the world. Volunteers say they will be there in Texas to help as long as there's need. At least 109 people. This is one of the deadliest natural disasters in Texas history, and it now exceeds the toll from Hurricane Harvey in 2017. The victims of the floods in central Texas badly need our help. Sinclair and the Salvation Army are joining forces for Sinclair Cares Texas Tragedy Relief. The Salvation Army is providing hot meals, hydration, hygiene supplies, shelter, and other support to survivors and first responders. 100% of your donation goes directly to Texas flood relief efforts. To get started, grab your phone, scan the QR code on your screen. I should say that at the beginning so you have time. Stay here for a second. SinclairCares.com, and it's for the Texas Tragedy Relief. That QR code will take you to the right place. I said this yesterday, Sean. You've spent a lot of time. Was it 8 years in Austin?
5 years in Austin, 8 years in Texas. I was in Corpus
8 years
Christi
in Texas. So
before,
in total, I mean, you're very familiar with
the Guadalupe River.
Guadalupe River, not just the flooding phenomenon and what it is and the destruction, but that area itself, that water body. This is tough to really just continue to see the ongoing coverage of tragedy like this when it comes to a weather-related event.
Right, yeah, and that river, you know, sometimes in the heat of the summer and during drought is more of a creek. So it's just crazy to think about how quickly that water rose from, 1 foot to, 30 feet. It's just it's insane. It's really it's insane. It's tragic. And
shows to some degree how fortunate we are with our current weather right now.
Right, absolutely. And we've been quiet here, and we could use some rain, and we have a little bit of rain here in the forecast here at home. We've got sunshine up and down the Wasatch Front. 100 degrees. We did it. If you're counting, I'm counting. 2 days already of triple-digit heat here in Salt Lake City and up and down the Wasatch Front. We're into the 90s right now with plenty of sunshine to go around. And up and down the state, we're at 100 degrees in Hanksville, 105 in St. George, 99 in Page, 93 in Blanding, 94 in Vernal. The winds, for the most part here, have been pretty light further up towards the north, a little bit gusty down towards the southern half of the state, 20 to 30 miles per hour. As we get into the day tomorrow, they're going to be kicking in a little bit stronger here, up to about 35 mile per hour wind gusts. And then you can see the fire warnings and alerts up for the state because of that. The low humidity, just how dry it's been. And again, we have to be weather aware tomorrow because of those wildfires or the chance for a wildfire. We've got winds that'll be not too bad up towards the north, but down towards the south, those 35 mile per hour wind gusts, mainly in the afternoon and evening hours. We're dry across the state right now, a whole lot of sunshine, better than yesterday. As we get into the day tomorrow, mainly sunny skies in the morning, then partly cloudy skies into the afternoon. And here we go. Here's that 20% chance of rain. It's mainly up into the mountains, but there could be maybe an isolated shower or two that reaches the valley floors. There also will likely be, if you don't get any rain, some gusty winds and some microburst winds out of some of these thunderstorms as well. So we'll have to watch out for that and the risk of wildfires that could bring. As we get towards 9 p.m. tomorrow evening, still a low threat for a few isolated showers and some thunderstorms, and then it's out of here. We're drying things out for those that did see some rain and cooling things down as well as we get into Thursday. So those lows overnight, we're down into the 70s we go. We've got highs tomorrow into the triple digits, 109 in St. George, 100 in Kanab, 104 in Page. If you're finding one way to beat the heat, heading up into the mountains or into any of our local lakes, pools, reservoirs, it's going to be a great day for that. Just make sure you have the sunscreen and you're staying hydrated. Again, we'll start to see some increase in clouds for much of the area as we get into the afternoon and evening. St. George, triple-digit heat each and every day. Breezy conditions as well. It's going to be hot, hot, hot. And then along the Wasatch Front, we've got 101 down to 89 on Thursday, 90 on Friday. And then the weekend here, Brian, looking hot as well, but it's just going to be hot each and every day. But Thursday, Friday, the pick of the week there.
Sean Kelly's pick of the week. You got it there. Thursday looks to be the most pleasant. Thank you, Sean. Coming up on Arc Salt Lake, took 300 or 400,000 Lego bricks and 1,800 hours, but did their dedication earn replica status? It's trending tonight. A life-size replica of the McLaren Formula One car driven by Lando Norris is going on display just days after Norris won his home British Grand Prix for the first time. The Lego version of McLaren's MCL 39 F1. F1 is what I was looking for. It's built from nearly 400,000 Lego bricks, weighs over 5,000 pounds.
Wow, a team of 6 expert model makers spent around 1,800 hours putting it all together, aiming to capture all the details as accurately